We now return to Let's Play Nebuchadnezzar. Alright, so we are now prepped and ready to complete the latter half of this mission and build ourselves a temple. I'm just going to go ahead and put it right there. Okay, build a warehouse for monument construction materials. Well, we'll just put this as close, I guess, to the monument as we can get it. Alternatively, no, we need clay for this. I can rotate there. Yeah, we'll just put it one away. That'll be good enough. Okay. So then, you know what, why don't I just pause this? Drag a road out here. And we are going to, I believe, require one of these. And then we need the caravansary to pull. So realistically, why don't we put that here? And then we'll grab this warehouse here. We will tell this that I want only brick. And I think that will be okay. So, let's see, what is the next part of this? We need brickworks, but... Okay, this is the... Okay. So it basically works kind of like construction guilds, I guess. Where was I anyway? So, we'll do... I guess we can do them on this side. I don't know that the pollution thing has really come in to affect us yet. We see that there is some minor decoration available in here. Interesting thing that I learned. Hold on, let me finish this here. We will need to take brick. We want brick to go from this warehouse to that warehouse. And yeah, you just do that. So when it comes to here, it needs to be loaded. And when it comes to here, I guess it just automatically offloads it. So, okay. Let's let this go. Anyway, interesting thing that I learned. The game has been updated, and there's another update coming. And that update is going to include things that I had talked about last episode, such as the walker info and interaction, as well as a couple other things. So even though this game has released as version 1. It is not, I guess, the final version after all. It's really more like a beta version. But that's okay, as long as they're still giving it all and developing it and making it go, that's fine. Because I was looking at some of the Steam reviews, and it says that there's also a lot of things that are missing from this game that are in Impressions games, things like religion and military and basically all the little things. I mean, realistically, this is, I guess, on par with Lethis in that regard so far. Again, I don't know the developers' plans, the future, what they plan on adding to the game or whatever, but for right now, I guess it's pretty bare bones. Finally getting some brick in here. I think I'm going to add one more layer of this, seeing as how we have so much. That is the wrong one. We have so much unemployed workforce here. Now that should just go directly to here, but are you taking to here is the question. Yes, it is barely within range of this. All of this work, and so far we've only got 3 brick. Oh, some of it is being built, though. It is going to take forever to complete this. So we did see the option here. Well, we can even switch to manual mode here. We did see the option that I could put down a temple based upon my own custom design, and it is literally stuff like this, where you put down the walls and the doorways and build the layers and all of that. You build it piece by piece. And I'm sure that can create some very cool looking things, but boy, I am not prepared at all to commit time to something like that. That seems just a little bit too much for me right now. And there is, I think, it'd be nice if there was a tooltip explaining what that was. Let me look at this. Basic controls. F and G. Okay, well, let's try that. Okay. That's the rotate keys. It's kind of interesting to see how the development of games over time impact or are impacted by the control schemes. So I bring that up because the Impressions games, especially Zeus, it's all the keyboard controls are all on the right side. You know, you use the arrow keys, your plus and minus keys do the speed, your rotation are the bracket keys. It's very old school, I guess, because nowadays most control schemes are oriented towards the WASD keys, and so you are on the left side of the keyboard. And so now all the keyboard shortcuts for this game are based around where your fingers are going to be on the left side, using tabs and tildes and the number keys, EFGs, sort of thing. It's just an interesting little observation there. Anyway, I can speed this up because this is going to take forever. We've got our everything. We're basically just moving on to the next, which makes me feel a little bit foolish that I decided to spend an entire episode completing this. I thought we were maybe going to take a little bit more time. We can see we just are not filling in the pottery. Now, this is something that worries me because this is something I'm going to have to deal with down the road. I am almost positive. So we are now missing clay there. We are somehow not producing enough clay fast enough. So now this makes me wonder if it's like a 2-to-1 ratio in clay pits, almost. Maybe I should be adding workers for these as well, because I mean, it's not like they're sitting idle, but some of these guys are. This one has nothing. I think it is. I think it's 2 clay pits to a ceramics, because you see I've got 4, and then I've got these 3 here, but this one guy missing out. We're not fully... then again, I do have extra workers here. So realistically, I guess then the extra 2 workers here equal the 4th one. So we can get rid of that one. Okay, I guess that makes sense. It kind of is like... is it Anno that does that? Anno 1800 I played, where you can push your production above a certain percentage, or am I thinking of something else? I think it is the Anno games. Stuff like the stuff you can put in the guild houses, give you bonuses to production. Regardless, though, this is still not enough. We just are consuming pottery at such a rate that we are not keeping it here, although... this one seems to be fine. This one seems to be fine. So yeah, it's not like we're taking a bunch of it before, you know, we're not emptying it here in the marketplaces. We're just not producing it fast enough, which is a little bit worrisome, I'm going to be honest. That's not something I expected, and I've got 600 people. I mean, I can... We're about to finish the mission here, so I can just do something like this. We'll just go ahead and... No, okay, I can't put it there. But I can do that, and then we'll do... what the hell? Pick the right one, that would help. And then do that. Try and consume a few more people here. Keep the pottery coming. You are within range here. Why are you not getting deliveries? That's within range of both of them. So why is it not bringing the delivery of clay all the way down to here? Not really a fan of that one. So what if we put the ceramic shop over here instead? Will they drag it all the way around? Seems like no. That is a little bit distressing, I'm not gonna lie. Here we go. Finally they got some from somebody. But now we're full. So, man, that is a lot. That seems like a lot anyway, to be able to sustain demand. How far along are we on this one? Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Build ourselves a little ziggurat here. But see, even this is missing the animation of having things dragged all the way to the construction site. You just bring it here and then it automatically just gets used, which, you know, I mean, it's convenient, but if you're gonna stick to the walker-based thing, go all the way with it. I suppose I guess I can understand that, though, because if you are creating a custom building, you could potentially just create some weird, abstract building that could literally just be a maze of wall. And you know, how do you program your little walkers to go to each of those spots? When the build animation is being done for pyramids or whatever, monuments in the other games, in the Impressions games. I shouldn't say other games because this is not made by the same people. But in the Impressions games, you know, your walkers are going, but they're going to a preset animation. This is not. So I guess I understand why they made that decision. It's just a little bit weird is all. And I guess while this is going, I want to look at this again. On-screen interface. I want to see... No, okay. So when you click on these, you can see the productions versus the sellers. So let's look at, I guess, clay. So this is not getting much via consumption, and these are apparently not producing much. So I guess it kind of shows you that it is clay production that is the holdup. These are consuming lots of it, and this is not producing enough to maintain demand. So when I took these and I added an extra worker, what I should have been adding was an extra worker to the clay mines, because we'd be looking right now at an extra, basically 3 clay mines worth of goods. And then all the pottery consumption here. I mean, overall, it's pretty good. And then we see the blues here are pretty stable, so it's not like the marketplaces are running out of it. Let's look here. Man, that is a massive producer of milk. Why are you not? I think that must be what's in storage. So, like, this one keeps getting emptied way before this one does. That's my interpretation of that. And then these guys are hardly getting any wheat to make bread with. And then this one is hardly producing any. These are interesting ways to show your statistics in the city. I'm not sure appreciate that. Anyway, we are on to the next mission. So, I guess this is a short one. I will see you next time. Didn't even get to go over and see that. Hold on. Let's continue playing here for a minute here. So, here we go. The Temple of Inanna. The monument is complete. Inanna was a goddess worshipped in ancient Mesopotamia as the patron of love, beauty, sex, war, justice, and political power. She was originally worshipped by the Sumerian people, but later also the Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians under the name Ishtar. Rotate. Do a little bit of rotate. Okay. So that's something that they needed to do. They need to program this thing so it stops the game, kind of like it did in the Impressions games, to tell you, hey, you completed your monument, rather than just, finishing the level. But okay. Now we're done. I'll see you next time.